There's always one person coming in, one person coming out, and it's like constant 5 seconds, 5 seconds, someone steps out the harder, someone steps in the harder. 5 seconds, someone else steps in the harder, someone steps out the harder, and it just becomes one fluid motion where everyone's just jumping, and eventually it gets a thing where everyone's gathered around the beer and barrels trying to get in all at the same time. And essentially what you do when you get in the harder is you just play with each other, play capoeira to the rhythm, try and pay attention to the rhythm. So Angola will be very low down to the floor, slow movements, tricky movements, lots of misleading movements, few cheeky takedowns or marking on the foot and face. Regional, very fast, spin kicks, jumps, saltos, acrobatics. So it's very stand up, fight, kick, very fast. Each game of capoeira you play, when you have a game with someone else, it's like each game is unique in itself, and the way we train as well, we train playing with each other. So it's constantly almost like a simulation of attack and defense every single time you step in the harder, and that's something I don't quite get with other martial arts.
With capoeira, you can be training a kick, but then you could be training to do a cartwheel, and then you could be training to do backflips. And Ginga itself, the swaying motion, is good as a cardiovascular itself, and you could just train and do that every day. For fitness, yeah, capoeira is awesome. Yeah, flexibility, cardiovascular, strength, does it all. Even though I'm not as flexible as some of these guys here, yeah, my flexibility is improving non-stop, and every time you train, it just gets better and better. You still think that you're not that flexible, but then you see new people turn up, and you realise they're new people, and you see that they're maybe not as flexible as you, and you think, I was there not that long ago, and now I'm that much more flexible. Doesn't take long.
He's not just a trainer to us, he's a friend as well, and there's no greater honour really than to play with Madeira in the Roda and to be taken down by Madeira himself. He's what binds us together as well.
No, you don't need to be in physical condition at all. There's people of all shapes and sizes who train. Literally anyone can start a capoeira. I mean, I've seen groups dedicated to training people with physical disabilities train capoeira. There's masters in Brazil that I met with only one leg and they're still training, and it's kind of like really cool and amazing. You don't need to be fit to start capoeira, it'll make you fit.
Either of you, once you get good enough to land a hit, you could hit the other person, but you don't. It's as much a mind game as a physical game. You need a little bit of determination rather than being physically fit already.
It can be a Roda, it can be sequences, it can be individual moves, it can be more like a bit of a history lesson, it can be a music lesson, it can be all of those combined. It's always a bit different. Madeira will speak Portuguese to us sometimes, and we hope to understand. You pick up words as you go along, and we have the lyrics for the songs. We get them on sheets of paper every now and then and translate them as well in class, so we actually know what's going on and don't just end up singing nonsense. Although we do that as well.
Capoeira is like what you make it, like how hard you train. That's essentially what capoeira is. It's not hard in itself. It's not a thing where you can't say, I can either do capoeira or I can't. It's like how much time you're willing to put into it, how much practice. Just basically what you're willing to do.
Just like the others, I tried a lot of different things before trying capoeira, and all of them were fun and they were good and they trained me, but capoeira is infectious. once you do your first hodder, the first hodder that you properly get into as well, you come out of it and you feel like a god. And it's amazing, and the music gets stuck in your head, and you just can't stop thinking of that moment. You actually stepped in and you actually did a kick, and you felt that it didn't just like actually kind of feel right, but you can tell from the people's like energy that it looked right as well, and that and it becomes more than just a sport. It becomes a lifestyle. And you want to do capoeira all the time, and you want to listen to the music, and you want to play the music, and bit after bit after bit, it just becomes this whole world you live in, and it's incredible.